Welcome back. In this video, we'll touch optical instrument. For the correction of myopic defect in the human eye, we require myopic defect equals short-sightedness. Next line, right? Myopia causes the sufferer to see only near object clearly, as, the eye lenses are too converging. Hence, it is corrected by using concave or diverging lens. Concave mirror or diverging lens. Give one line and write continue. Hypermetropia or long-sightedness, the sufferer sees distant object clearer or clearly as the eye lenses are too diverging. And to correct this, you need convex or converging lens. Convex or converging lens. So number one is option B, concave lenses to correct myopia. Hypermetropia is convex. Myopia is concave, option A. 2. The diagram below shows the lens arrangement in astronomical telescope. Astronomical telescope, option B. Astronomical telescope. Astronomical telescope. I want you to jot down difference between astronomical telescope and compound microscope. Right, under astronomical telescope, you do like a table. Long objective lens, Y. For compound microscope, right, long eyepiece. Next, under astronomical telescope, the objective lens receives parallel rays from distance, while under compound, the objective lens receives non-parallel ray from an object just beyond it. Lastly, under astronomical telescope, can be set in normal adjustment, while compound microscope cannot be set in normal adjustment. Normal adjustment is not even necessary. It's not necessary. Also right, in Galilean telescope, Galilean is Galilean telescope, objective lens is the convex lens is used as the objective lens, while concave as the eyepiece. Concave as the eyepiece. Next, right, a telescope is used to view a distant object, while microscope is used to view a near but a very tiny object. So, astronomical telescope. In a compound microscope, number 3, in a compound microscope, the objective lens has a shorter focal length than the eyepiece, which is a convex lens. 3 is option B. 4. The lack of power of accommodation, which is mainly due to the hardening of the eye lens and is usual with the onset of old age, is called presbyopia, option C. Number 5. Which of the following statements about defect of vision is or are correct? For a long-sighted person, close object appears blur, while for a short-sighted person, distance object will appear blur. 5 is option C. 6. For correcting long sight defect in the human eye, we require to correct long sight. We've touched that one already. Converging lens is option A. Which of the following statements about the compound microscope and astronomical telescope is correct? Touch these ones too. The objective lens of a compound microscope has a very short focal length, option C. 7 is option C. 8. Which of the following statement is not correct? Long-sighted people need diverging spectacle lenses. That one is not correct. You don't need diverging. It's for short-sighted that need that. You say which of the following statement is not correct? That's number 9. 4 lenses, right? 4 lenses are being considered for use as a microscope objective lens. Which of the following focal length is more suitable? Plus 5 millimeters, option B. A far-sighted person cannot see objects that are less than 100 centimeters away. If this person wants to read a book at 25 centimeters, what type of focal length of lens does he need? There's a little bit of calculation here. It's supposed to be around 33. convex lens at 33 centimeters, there will be a solving of this same question. Okay, we'll touch that in our demonstrative class. 11. For a short-sighted person, light rays from a point on a very distant object is focused on in front of the retina, option A. 12. Which of the following statements is correct about a long-sighted boy who does not put on glasses? Parallel rays of light are focused behind his retina. 12 is option D. 13. The property of the eye known as its power of accommodation is controlled by the ciliary muscles, option D. 14. In a projection lantern of focal length f, the objective distance u is such that D, f is less than u, which is less than 2f. This one. 14. Because the object is placed at a point between f and 2f so as to produce a real, enlarged, and upright image of the inverted object. Has to do with a bit of calculation. A man wears bit of calculation. 17. An astronomical telescope is said to be in normal adjustment when the normal adjustment final image is at infinity, option D. This one, a periscope. The diagram below shows prism arrangement of a periscope. 18. We've touched that one before. Right. A periscope is made with plane mirrors and produce multiple images from multiple reflections. Unlike a prismatic periscope, that one has a slight difference. 19. Okay, compound. What optical instrument can best be constructed with converging lens of focal length 5 centimeters, and that one has to do with calculations, which is 19 has to do with calculation. If you divide 50 divided by 5, you will be getting not compound microscope. Actually, astronomical telescope would work there. And this is the reason for this is for astronomical telescope, the focal length of the objective lens must be far greater than the focal length of the eyepiece must be far greater, and so to produce a reasonable magnification. So you say magnification equals, we are going to demonstrate this on 50 over 5. You'll be getting 10, 20. A projection lantern is used. The terrestrial telescope has one extra lens more than the astronomical telescope. Yeah, right. The extra lens is for to erection of the image to make it upright. Because an inverted image is produced by astronomical telescope, but not when viewing the object on Earth. Hence, an extra lens for eventual erection of the image to make it proper, so we can see it. 22. Which of the following eye defects can be corrected using a cylindrical lens? Astigmatism, option D. And also want you to jot this down. Astigmatism arises from uneven surface of the cornea, and the patient has difficulty seeing horizontal lines. 23. The eye control the amount of light reaching the retina by adjusting the iris, option A. 24. The operation of an optical fiber is based on the principle of refraction of light. 25. A person can focus on an object only when it lies within 200 centimeters from him. Which spectacle should be used to increase its maximum distance of distinct vision to infinity? The one that will be used is concave lens. This person clearly has issue of short-sightedness, so we use concave lens. A person can focus on solving the 27. In the microscope, the eyepiece lens merely acts as 27, a magnifier, option D. An observer with normal eye view views an object with a magnifying glass at focal length 5 centimeters. The angular magnification is, they give us least distance, there will be a solving there. because the angular magnification equals the least distance of the stick vision over the focal length. That would become 25 over 5. The answer will be 5. The answer will be 5. 29. The ability of the human eye to focus object on the retina is referred to as accommodation, option C. 30. In comparing the camera and the human eye, the film of the camera functions as. Now, let's write down. Comparing the right one, draw your line like a table. On one side, camera, on one side, human eye. On the right, the film, film, equals to the retina on the human eye. The film of the camera equals the retina on the human eye. The lens of the camera equals the lens on the human eye. The diaphragm on the camera equals the iris on the human eye. The aperture on the camera equals the pupil on the human eye. 30 is option D. Retina. 31. Which of the following is used for the correction of short-sightedness? 31. Concave lens, option A. 32. When the human eye loses its power of accommodation, the effect is known as 32. Presbyopia. 34. The use of lenses is not applicable in the 34. Use of lens is not applicable in the periscope because the periscope uses a plane mirror or a triangular prism. 35. What does the diagram above represent? This one is at normal adjustment too. A telescope in normal use. A telescope in normal use. 35 is option C. That is, if the linear magnification of an object and eyepiece, okay, has to do with a bit of solving. 36. 37. In a compound microscope, the objective and the eyepiece focal lengths are. The objective and the eyepiece focal length. 37. Right, the eyepiece is of a longer focal length than the objective focal length. Than the objective focal length. So this question not entirely well framed. Not entirely well framed. When a telescope is in normal use, the final image is at infinity. Option D. That's 38. Option D. Wait. No, not the near point. When a telescope is in normal use, you could go back to check it. And an astronomical telescope in normal use has an angular 40, has a bit of solving. 41. Astigmatism is corrected by the use of 41, option B. Cylindrical lens, spectacle, cylindrical lens. 42 has to do with calculation, you see. So that's that for that. I want to go back and check that astronomical telescope. If I'm not mistaken, I think we touched that one there. Astronomical telescope. Astronomical telescope. Yes, for astronomical telescope is at infinity. Alright, if this is your first time of coming across our videos and you like, please note we run classes. You want to be part of the class, I'm going to leave the link in the description box of this video. Right, this is actually the first phase of our class, the phase for acquaintance, where we'll get the student acquainted to the questions they will encounter. The next phase will be done on WhatsApp, where we'll do drills. We'll also make more clearer explanations for every details and every options we've picked. If you want to be part of the class, I'll leave the link to the group in the description box of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.